Hi, people. This is African Time. The name is Vidashi Studios. We are going to discuss Africa for sure, as we always do. And today's topic is Africa's top 2024 tourist destination. And I want you guys to actually notice and see which African country that actually got the most visitors in the year 2024. Mind you, let me know at the comment section if your country will be part of this list. No, yes, serious. So recently shared by the African Fact Zone page on X, saying African countries and the number of international tourists they received in 2024. Number one on the list is Morocco. Morocco is said to believe to have visitors about 17.4 million tourists. Number two is Egypt with 15.7 million tourists. Number three is Tunisia with 10.25 million tourists. And number four we have South Africa, 7.9 million. At number 5, you have Kenya, 2.5 million. At number 6, you have Mauritius with 1.1 million. And last on the list is Seychelles Islands with 350,000 tourists received in the year 2024. Alright, so there you have it, okay? These countries listed here are said to believe the African top countries that actually have the highest international tourists received in the year 2024. Do you have any shocking on the list? Do you have anything shocking here? I know most people at the comment section when this was shared were actually surprised to see Tunisia actually leading Egypt when it comes to tourists, international tourists. They were like, how is another country leading Tunisia here? But one thing I must say is that I want to say big shout out to these African countries actually holding up to their tourist attractions, having all these wonders and all these beautiful site attractions, and they are actually doing their best to lure international people to come into their countries to view all these exciting, most beautiful places they can actually imagine. Okay, shout out to countries like the northern African countries, that is Tunisia, Egypt, and then Morocco. Actually doing great on the list. And we also have Eastern African country, Kenya. We had Southern African country, South Africa, having Seychelles and Mauritius, all being part of this list. It's actually great. Mind you, tourism is one sector of the economy that actually brings in foreign exchanges, or that actually helps the countries to sustain the dollar rate to, or the economy to dollar rate. Okay, so tourism is one sector of economy that really needs a boost. With the help of big tourism, the country's certain industries, some like hotel industries, hospitality, management, restaurants, all these places actually receive in new or enhancing the businesses that actually grow and also promote a lot of economic activities in the various cities or towns that they find themselves in. It also creates a lot of jobs for people too. So we actually need to encourage more tourist attractions and tourist sites in the African continent. It's actually beautiful. Africa have a lot of beautiful landscapes, beautiful things that we can actually be proud of, and we actually need to encourage these things. So I want to say on this platform, big shout outs to Morocco, Tunisia, South Africa, Egypt, Kenya, Mauritius, and then Seychelles, pulling up these huge numbers for the African continent on the tourism side. Cool, right? That's very good. Now, let's actually dive inside the whole controversial point here. Well, as I said, I was actually surprised to recently gotten to know that there's actually some kind of banter between Egypt, Morocco, Algeria. There's that kind of banter there. They're just like the banter between Ghana and Nigeria, or South Africa, Nigeria. Well, Kenya, Uganda, they will get this. It's that kind of siblings, kind of banter, kind of thing. Well, Egypt and Morocco also have something like that. And the comment section when this was shared actually got you wild, because a lot of Egyptians, or a lot of African, even normal Southern African people were actually surprised seeing that Morocco was actually topping Egypt on this list. Why? That was what they were actually surprised to see. Well, see this. This one says, it's a far nicer country, better weather, more cities to visit, lovely cultural items. It's really not difficult to imagine. Again, this one also says, they are not tourists, they are crossing to Spain. Okay, so this is some kind of claims here. Man is saying, a South African is saying that most of these tourists that are actually numbered with plus to the Moroccans tourism sector, most of them are not tourists. They are actually trying to cross over to Spain, to Europe. Yeah, you know the kind of people, the African people that actually wanted to cross to Europe. You know that, right? Well, people actually used Morocco to transcript to European countries, mostly the Spanish country. Well, that's so true. But this one was also made an honest point saying that Morocco has a lot of lovely, nicer place than Egypt, and also more beautiful cities to visit also. One thing I wanted to let you guys know is that Egypt actually don't count citizens that actually visiting a country, or the Egyptians that live in diasporas that are visiting the Egyptian countries. No, but Morocco or Moroccans actually do count them. So the numbers increasing here doesn't actually. The Egyptians were saying that it doesn't actually. It's actually reflected the more tourist people, not just native Egyptians who are actually in the diasporas, but Moroccans actually count almost everybody who is new or just passing through Morocco. That's what some Egyptians was actually claiming, though. But this one also says, Morocco has attracted more international tourists than Egypt due to its political stability and strong tourism infrastructure. Its proximity to Europe, along with affordable direct flights, makes it a convenient destination for European travelers. The country offers diverse attractions from historic cities like Marrakesh and Fez to coastal and desert experience. Morocco also benefits from relaxed visa policies and strong marketing efforts that promote its image globally. Okay, so that is how some Moroccans actually say. They are saying that the one sport that Morocco actually has is a deserving sport. They actually deserve it. They have actually worked so hard for promoting their cultures, promoting tourism, and also making a stable economy and a stable political environment. Okay, so Morocco is actually safer, and also it's also close to Europe that a lot of people use it as a transcript, as I said, to the European countries. So Morocco is actually nicer, safer, and most importantly, beautiful, based on all the comments saying. And they are also doing their best to promote tourism in the country. Well, this one says, what do tourists go to see in Kenya and South Africa? Well, someone or an African asked this question though. So to my Kenyans and my South Africans, someone is asking you guys, what do tourists actually come to see in Kenya and South Africa? Well, I must say for sure that Nairobi, Kenya is one of the beautiful cities in Africa. You got to visit that city. And then Cape Town, South Africa is the number one city in the world right now. You got to visit Cape Town too. SA got a lot of wildlife that you get to visit too. Just go and watch Visit South Africa by Trevor Noah. Or Noah, yeah, you got Trevor Noah. You're gonna see a lot of beautiful scenes about South Africa. Just visit Nairobi. Just go to everywhere on every app and just search about Nairobi, Kenya. You're gonna love the beautiful scene sites that you're gonna actually see. Okay, Africa actually got a lot of beautiful places. Kenya also have a beautiful wildlife that you gotta check it out. Okay. Trust me, it does. It actually does. Hakuna Matata, right? So I want to say big shout out to all the countries that were actually present here, and also big shout out to every African country doing their best to promote tourism. Countries like Ghana, Dirty December, and Nigeria, Dirty December. You guys are also doing awesomely well. And then Ghana's year of return was actually beautiful to see. Okay, we hope Africa can actually sell it more than we have. We also have Rwanda doing Visit Rwanda on the European or EPL, the British football British football. They're also promoting Visit Rwanda too. A lot of African countries are doing great to tourism, and I'm actually happy to share the top 10 or the top most visited African countries in 2024 by international tourists. Okay, this is African time. Hope you have learned something and also notice what is happening on our continent, and hopefully we get to talk more about our continent. See you guys around. Don't forget to share, like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. Thank you for your time.